How much are your fingers worth? And does it matter if you lost them trying to save other people? Yes.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does. So, an HVAC tech was just awarded $75.6 million after a refrigerant explosion at our favorite company, Kroger.
Oh my God.
Okay. And this was in Michigan. Now, unfortunately, this gentleman, he's 37 years old, he was seriously injured in 2020. Okay. He was working at a Kroger grocery store in Bloomfield Township,
Hmm.
and one of the defective refrigeration systems malfunctioned. And it started to release R22, which is the refrigerant, and the chemical exploded in his hands as he tried to protect customers from the leak. Okay.
Okay.
Now, this guy ended up having to undergo 25 surgeries, which left most of his fingers amputated.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the attorney who represented him stated that Kroger had a ticking time bomb in its store just waiting to blow. And unfortunately, it blew up on this guy and he lost his hands trying to save other people in the store from the toxic chemicals being sprayed out in the middle of the day in front of the meat department.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, during the trial, his attorney argued that Kroger failed to properly maintain their refrigeration system.
Okay.
They also did not hand over documentation of maintenance, repairs, or inspection reports.
That'll do it.
Oh no, it gets worse. It gets worse. The company allegedly did not complete an incident report for this guy's accident until 2 years after the explosion.
Whoa. What?
Take their dang sweet time now, didn't they?
Good
Yeah.
God. Talk about a
Normally,
backlog.
you have maybe a week to fill out an incident report.
Right. They
You
want
know,
same day, boo.
but I'm just saying, like, normally you start it and then, like, you have some follow up, but usually you have, like, maybe 5 days to do
Yes.
one. It took them 2 years to write it. Okay. Now,
Mm-mm.
I know that Kroger is the company we all love to hate. I'm sorry. It's true.
Yeah.
Okay. But once again, Kroger proved that they like to be the villain. Okay. Because their whole defense strategy during this court case was they blamed this guy for his heroic actions. They basically stated he should not have attempted to save other people and then he wouldn't have lost his hands. Are you shocked?
Not even remotely, honestly. Like a part of me is like, that's a little gross. Like that's a little extra villainy for
I mean, but it's kind of on brand for Kroger. I mean,
but
think about
this
when they were in the merger talks, they said Albertsons isn't even a competitor of ours. Our biggest competitors are Amazon and Walmart.
right.
And how well do you sleep at night if you're the defense attorney stating that, hey, dude, if you didn't try to save all those, people that didn't know what the hell was going on, you would have still had your hands. Sorry
Oh,
about your luck. Your problem, not ours. How do
that's
you sleep at night?
wild. That's absolutely wild. I mean,
Okay, but here's my question. Okay, so let's
mm,
play devil's advocate here.
right.
Okay, what if this guy had not tried to protect customers walking by the meat department? Okay, and
Yeah.
meat departments are usually along a back wall. You can't exactly, bar them off to where nobody can walk through them. And
Yeah.
obviously they didn't. Okay, so what if he had not, like, caught this thing with his hands and tried to stop it from exploding? Okay, and he just let it spray out R22 and it injured people. Would Kroger then have sued him?
Oh, they would have blamed him immediately. They would have blamed him because they, for real, I can very much see like customers coming back and be like, yeah, I got sick because of this. Be like, oh no, this wasn't
Well,
our fault. This is our tech's fault because he didn't do it properly.
so then that brings up what happens if you're sprayed with R22. Okay. I
Yeah.
looked it up because I was seriously like, was this guy just kind of over exaggerating, or like what would have happened if I
Right.
was, pushing my cart past the thing he was fixing and I got sprayed with R22? What would happen? Okay. So basically, the R22 is a hydrocarbon refrigerant blend. The potential risks include flammability
Mm,
and toxicity.
okay.
Here's the problem. R22 is colorless, flammable gas that can burn or explode if concentrated in a space and comes into contact with an ignition source.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we
It can
saw that.
also cause toxicity if inhaled, leading to symptoms such as irritation of the eyes, ears, throat, headache, nausea, fluid buildup or bleeding in the lungs, burning sensation in the esophagus, vomiting up blood, decreased mental status, difficult or labored breathing, irregular heart rate, loss of consciousness, and seizures.
Yikes.
So, to me personally, if I was at this Kroger store while this guy was working to fix a refrigeration unit that Kroger didn't seem to give a damn about,
Yeah.
and he realizes that it's about to explode, and he grabbed it with his hands
That's crazy.
rather than think of all the people that just would have ducked and covered.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to blame this guy for doing the right thing, to looking out for a fellow man in the store.
So lawsuits like this is kind of where like supervillain comes to mind. You know what it like no. What I'm saying is like stores hit a certain status, a certain echelon, if you will, when you start villainizing people that are trying to save other people. Like there's a whole new level that you've reached when you start pointing a finger at the guy who blew his own fingers off to save the people around him.
Now, okay, I get it that obviously my Google Discover feed is full of Kroger stuff, but I look for good stuff on Kroger. I do. I just never find it. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. They don't write news stories that are nice about Kroger. Okay. And honestly, I haven't had many nice interactions or visits to Kroger lately. So if you think that we are biased against Kroger, you might be right. But then at the same token, though, what good has Kroger done lately? Tell me, please tell me down below.
I
Give
would
me a link. Show me the good Kroger that we're all missing right now.
I would love to see a good story from them. I would.
Yes.
I want companies in our society to give back to their communities. I want them to be a part of the communities. I want them to be not just a money-making machine off the backs of the people in the neighborhood, but like a part of the neighborhood. And
I
I
want,
think we've
I want to
lost
even
that.
believe that these big companies care about me as a customer.
Yeah, even a little bit. Like
Even
I
just a
know
little
I'm
bit.
not your big money spender, like not coming through buying your lobsters, but like I don't know. I think we've
I
gotten so
tend to
sideways.
value my business,
Yeah. Give me
you
the warm
know?
and fuzzies.
Yeah. So let us know down below. Is $75 million enough for your hands? Do you feel that it's kind of appalling that Kroger would basically say, hey, dude, you shouldn't have tried to save people? And like I said, if you have a good Kroger news story that's a happy one, let us know, please.